In this video, we'll run through the Google lead generation system that we're using to help Australian home service businesses generate their own leads. So we'll do a complete breakdown. We use this exact system to generate 132 leads in the last 60 days for a gardening business based in Perth, Western Australia. In the video, I'll break down the different components of the lead generation system, plus give you the 3-step process to follow so that you can execute this for your own business. Who am I? My name is Jay Munns. I help educate home services in Australia how to generate leads using Google Ads and landing pages on their own so that they don't have to spend money on an expensive marketing agency retainer every single month, and they can do it themselves. So I've helped people like Jerry here, a lawn care business owner in Queensland, generate his first lead in under 20 minutes of launching his Google Ads, and his next came along just a few hours later. I also helped Josh, a tree service business owner in Victoria, get his first lead from Google in just 6 hours, which is really cool. Plus many other service business owners I've helped. Each of them followed the same 3-step process that I'll teach you in this video, and they all just applied it to their own niche service to achieve really great results. How the lead generation system works. And really, lead generation system is just a fancy term for running Google Ads to a landing page here, and then using that landing page to convert the traffic into inquiries, and then we have a process in place for turning the inquiries into sales for your business. So from the top, we need to choose a platform for you to advertise your services, right? So how do you find people in your local area that are interested in your specific service? So whether it be lawn care, whether it be cleaning, whether it be gutter cleaning, we need to find people in your local area that are interested in that service or need that service, right? So there's many different platforms out there to use or to advertise on. The main two here in Australia are most likely going to be Google Ads, or Google as a platform, and Meta, okay, Facebook. So the reason I like using Google is, at its core, it's still the place that people go to find the solutions to their problems, okay? When you have a question about something, or you need some information on how to solve a problem at your home or in your life, you generally still go to Google to find the solution to that problem. And the same goes for when you're looking for services. So we're going to use Google and Google Ads in particular to find people interested in your services in your specific local area. So Google Ads is the start of our funnel, right? That's how we get the clicks for the people that are interested in our ads. So the second part of the system is we need somewhere to send those clicks, right? So we build a very focused landing page, okay, using a template that I've put together. And this is how we convert that traffic into calls and form submissions for your business. We use the Inspire app to build out the landing page. And I've actually got a template available, this template here, that you can download. I'll put a link for that underneath this video, and I'll run through that in a second. So once we've converted the traffic into a phone call or a form submission for your business, I guess the last part of the process is to turn that inquiry into a sale, okay? The best way to do this for home services in Australia that I've found, especially when people are coming, when you're paying for the traffic through Google Ads, best way to do this still right now is to call the lead really quickly, okay? So if you can be available throughout your day, to when the lead comes through to your email inbox or they call you, even better, pick up the phone and try to close the lead as quickly as possible, all right? Be professional, offer a fair price, and you can close the lead quickly. There are some automation systems that can help with this because it's not always possible for you. A lot of you are solo operators, and maybe you might be on the tools, or you might be on your job, or you might be busy when the lead comes through. So there are some systems that you can set up using the Inspire app, like an automated SMS to go out to the lead, that shoots out to the lead when they fill out the form on your landing page. Some other strategies to help close sales is making sure that you follow up. Okay, so follow-up calls, SMSs, and emails, and then really using, once the lead comes through your system and they're added to your CRM, your customer relationship manager, you can use that to turn the customer into a repeat customer. Okay. Again, we won't go into too much detail on that in this video. You can use the Inspire app system that I'll show you to turn your customers into repeat customers. So for this lead generation system to work, there's a 3-step process for any home service business can follow to implement this strategy and execute it in a way that's going to generate the leads consistently every single month. So the first step to follow is your strategy. Okay, so step number 1 is you're going to decide on what your strategy or your goalposts for who you're actually going after. Who is your target market? Okay, so before you go building a landing page, before you go setting up your Google ad campaign, you need to know who you're actually going after. So there's just 3 questions that you need to answer to help answer who is your target market or target audience, right? So the first question you need to answer is, what niche service will you offer? Okay, and my tip for this is you need to be specific with the service that you want to offer. Okay, so instead of just trying to offer gardening services, all right, that's actually quite a broad segment of the market. Okay, instead of gardening, you could offer, for example, tree pruning. Okay, so that's almost like a little niche service within gardening. And the reason we like being more specific than broad is it's going to help you become the local specialist in your area at tree pruning. Okay, because there's going to be a lot less of competition in your area for people that just offer specialized tree pruning services. Okay, so you're going to be able to stand out and you're going to be able to market yourself as the tree pruning specialist in your area. I like to pick between 1 and 3 to put on a landing page at a time, so I would recommend just choose between 1 and 3. The next question you need to answer is, where will you offer your services? So basically, how far do you want to drive from your home base? It might be your home, might be your office or your warehouse, wherever your business is located. How far do you want to offer your services, right? So this is just a simple, I want to be working 20 kilometers from Perth CBD, as an example, right? I want to be able to drive 30 minutes north of the river in Perth, or a certain section of Melbourne, wherever it is. Pick a radius, and then we'll use that to do our targeted marketing on our landing page, and also how we set up our Google ads later on. In future videos, I'll provide a lot more details on those parts. This is just an overview. So where will you offer your services? And the last question to answer is, who are you selling to? Okay, so are you selling to homeowners? Do you want to sell to business owners? Do you want to sell to commercial property owners? Okay, so really have a think about your messaging as to who you want to sell your services to. Okay, in general, if you're a home service, you're probably targeting your service towards homeowners, and there's a large demand for that. So if you can answer those 3 questions, you're going to be able to figure out who your target market is, and then that's going to inform us on step number 2, which is building the landing page. Okay, so once we know who our target market is, then we can go away and build a landing page. So why do we want to use a landing page like this? Okay, why do you want to use a landing page over, say, your website? Well, a landing page is going to help you convert traffic 2 to 5 times more effectively than if you just sent that same traffic to a broad website, okay? And the reason for that is it's very focused, and I'll run through the example in a second. So the reason we want our conversion rate to be high is we're actually spending money on paid ads. So every single click that comes through counts, okay? We want to be running profitable campaigns, so we want to be converting that traffic as high as possible. So, okay, so now I'm going to jump an example of a landing page that we can use to help convert traffic to a phone call or a form submission inquiry for our business. So this is a template that's actually available. I'll provide a link to this that you can download, use for your own business for free. So you can download it today and give it a go. Essentially, the core elements that make this such an effective landing page is, firstly, we have a nice looking background here. All the writing is very easily read. Our call to action button at the top here, which is actually a click to call now. So you can fill in your own mobile number there, and that becomes a clickable button that someone can press and call. Remembering that most people these days are going to be viewing your website on mobile mode. So this is how it presents on mobile mode. They also have a form here that they can fill out. The second element here that makes this really effective is just this clear titling of what your services are, right? Premium lawn care and gutter cleaning services. There's no confusion when someone lands on this page exactly what your services are. Next, we highlight an area, okay? So this is Mount Barker in South Australia. So people, when they land on your page, are going to resonate with areas, okay? If you're running your ads in Mount Barker and they land on this page and it says that you do provide those services in Mount Barker, right, they're going to instantly think that you're the local specialist. What I'll do is I'll jump into the preview mode. This is how it presents on the page. See, very clean, very easy to read. You can integrate your 5-star reviews into the page here. So this is also a really good way to build instant credibility for people on your page. That is a quick breakdown of the landing page. Like I said, there's a link below the video that you can download. So the last piece of the puzzle, once you've got your landing page set up, is then setting up your Google search ad campaign. Google is a big platform. There's lots of different subcategories within Google that you can actually launch your ads. They have YouTube, they have Google Maps, they have Google Display Networks. There's lots of different fields within Google, which makes it all very confusing. Now, for a local home service business, the best place and where I would recommend you spend all of your time and all of your money maximizing, and you're going to be able to create a very strong, sustainable business, is Google search ads. Okay, so that's when someone goes to Google and go to Google search, which is this. This is Google search, right? The reason being is with Google search ads, you can target high intent keywords for whatever your specific service is. So if it's lawn care, you can target lawn care in your area, okay, so that your ads pop up when people are searching for your specific keywords, right? And why Google Ads is great is that it results in you dealing with less time wasters, okay, and you're dealing with more people that are ready to buy your service today because they've already decided that they need your service, right? And that's why they've gone onto the Google platform to search for it, okay? Once they search for it, that's when your ad comes up and they click through to your landing page and then follow the rest of the system through. So great thing about Google as well is that you only pay for the ad if someone physically clicks your ad, okay? So versus Meta or Facebook, you pay per view or per impression, okay? So overall, if you set up your system correctly, you have more control over the outcome because you're only paying when someone clicks through to your landing page. And if you can just make sure that you're only targeting high intent keywords, then you're going to get very profitable results. Lastly, with Google Ads is you can target only postcodes that you wish to travel to.
Okay, so you can set a radius 20 kilometers from, say, Perth CBD. And also with Google Ads is you can set up conversion tracking code onto your landing page to optimize your results over time. So with a good Google ad campaign set up, you should actually find that your results improve after month 1. Your results should get better in month 2, and your results in month 3 should be better than results in month 2 and 1. And that's because over time, your Google algorithm is capturing more and more data on who your ideal customer is, and it learns who it needs to be placing your ads in front of and who it doesn't need to be placing your ads in front of. Because with this code that you can set up on your landing page, Google can track the actions of people that go onto your page from your ads. So this is a really high level breakdown of the way that the lead generation system works. In future videos, I'll break down each of these in more detail. So don't worry, each of those will be broken down into more detail, but this is a general understanding of how the system works, and it's what I'm teaching people all around Australia to use to generate leads for themselves for their home service business in Australia.